their first introduced 3 and 23, but when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done. So yeah, you can break down that. They sober up.
I told you I got them cousins that had them bottles early morning. One time years ago, one of them got found up under my grandmother's basement stairs, butt naked.
Damn.
Nigga don't know how he got there. But he stayed sloppy drunk, bro.
Man.
I got an uncle like that. He got shot in his ass. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Damn.
Ass bleed.
Damn.
Try to steal some beer out the damn way round. He shot him in
man.
his ass. Like I said, you know, too many accounts of that shit happening. You know, but and that goes to show you the type of society Esau want, because that's legal. You know what I'm saying? This fucked up alcohol and all this stuff that they have here. And you know, the worse it is, the cheaper it is. You know, the things that can naturally ease your depression or your anxiety or whatever the case may be, that cause a man to drink or whatever, and they don't promote there, and they don't show you those ways. They don't push anything that's on the healthy side.
Right. Yeah, you gotta ask yourself, hey, why am I drinking excessively? You know, which I know we in, you know, easy, you know, it's an easy question to answer. Shit, we in hell. Slaves, we gotta work, you know, got bills to pay, women problems, etc., etc. Yeah, but it take mental strength. I had an epiphany the other day. It take mental strength to be able to sit with yourself and all the problems. Cause hey, you gotta realize the reason why we in this is because we fucked up. You know. So, and that take a man to be able to admit that to himself. Hey, the reason why I'm going through this is because I sinned. So you know you gotta pray, Lord, give me the strength that I need to keep pushing to make it. Hey, cause yeah, hey, it's rough. It's rough sometimes, especially when we about to go into Jacob's trouble. It's a little bit more. It says, "O ye men, is not wine the strongest that enforceth to do thus? And when he had spoken, he held his peace." You know? So you know he was Darius. He's like, yeah, you know that's a good one.
That's right. Good precept, man. It's a good chapter. In fact, you can drop that private. Just hit that 1 Peter 4:7. You can get it. I don't know, that's why I was saying, but you can go ahead and get it in here. It's right here on the top of this one. I wanted 1 Peter 4:7, but he got it now. Brother got it now. You can give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 23. That'll be it for my list. Go ahead, read that. Well, you can get that first. We're gonna end it on that 1 Peter 4:7.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 23. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient.
Exactly. Drinking wine, drinking strong drink, beer, alcohol, it's all lawful. It says, what does it say?
All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient.
Everything ain't expedient, man.
All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
Let me look that word expedient up real quick. I know what it means, I'm just doing it for the edification of the time. Expedient. It says, of an action convenient and practical, although possibly improper or immoral. Basically it means convenient. Everything, drinking ain't always convenient, man. You know, we just went over a slew of reasons why you shouldn't be always at the bottle, man. You shouldn't be a drunkard. You know, use moderation. We know it's lawful. I'm gonna get some drink after this because it's my drinking day. But throughout the week, I can't drink. It's too hot. It's too hot. That'll kill you.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I like that it said practical, because any Jake, why you ain't keeping this law or that law? Not all things are lawful, but not all expedient, not all practical.
Everything ain't practical.
Like the whole rate thing or whatever, not practical. You know?
Yep. Even the way you get a wife, according to the scriptures, is not even practical in this society.
Not really, not practical.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta settle for a damn pussy.
Pretty much.
Hey, the way you learn a skill ain't even, according to the Bible, how you supposed to be passed down to your son from the father. That ain't even practical in this society. Half of us don't even know who our daddy is.
They make it that way.
Yeah, they make it that way. Half of them niggas in jail. What we gonna do to practice that they didn't learn when they was in jail at 35 years old? You know?
Yeah, and by the time a young man, a little bit past puberty, you supposed to be damn near a master at this shit. You know?
Right.
So this is 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things have fervent charity amongst yourselves. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Exactly. Charity covered the multitude of sins, man. That's why if brother needs something, he needs some money, cash him out. You know, if you could, it would cover a multitude of his sins, man. You know, brother broke down the highway, go help him out if you could. You know, he need repairs on his car, help him out. What else? Bring stuff, you know. This brother bring waters and drinks all the time. That's charity.
Right. What's up, man? Right.
You doing all right? You doing?
Yeah.
We preaching the Bible if you want to hear it.
Sometimes the brothers just need a ride. Need a ride, or just need somebody to talk to, an ear, you know?
Hey, if I may say, a lot of times that'll be a remedy enough. Just being the ear for a brother, you know what I'm saying? We really don't have people that we can vent to in our families and, you know what I'm saying, friends outside of the truth. So that, you know, that ear, shit, that's a big help, man, in the brotherhood. You know? You can't vent to nobody out here in the world. They're gonna call somebody on your ass.
Yep. Or they gonna tell all your motherfucking business.
Yeah, you know?
That was it. I just want to keep reading.
Can you read it from the top again? 1 Peter 4:7.
I just lost it.
That shit on my list on the hour. You gonna step up?
I got one for you.
Let me read this first.
Let's read that real quick. Like find that.
So this is 1 Peter 4, running it back in 7. 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand.
The end of all things is at hand. That's the biggest reason to be mainly sober-minded. The end of all things is at hand.
That's right.
We're in the end. We're in the end of Esau's era, man. Another reason, right? No?
If I could say, like how we were talking earlier, you know, people asking why, well, what sense do this make to do this, and why people, you know, thinking this way and doing things this way when it don't make no sense, and it's because it's the end. You know, it's prophesied all this stuff is gonna happen. You know, so yeah, very well is the end.
That's right.
That's why ain't shit going how it should go.
And you know, it's funny, in a little class, I mean, we was going over the generations and the stereotype, right? Like the year you were born or whatever. Whoever wrote it believes that Generation Z, which is this generation, is like the smartest generation ever. And the generations of old were just stuck in their ways, old, bitter, or whatever. I said, that's the complete opposite, bro. You know what I'm saying? So in their eyes, as things continue to move forward, things are getting better, but everything's getting fucking worse. Everything's getting fucking worse. Ain't no future past this shit. This Generation Z for a reason. So how you gonna promote Generation Z as a the smartest generation ever. This is the most dumb, bugged out, evil, most generation ever.
They call Generation Z for a reason.
Yeah, Z. What's after
Z
Z?
is the end of the alphabet.
Right.
Right.
And also they fit right into the dang on Jimmy, man.
Right.
They don't know the old world and the old ways, so they going along with whatever they see.
And if they'll condemn the ways in the 60s or whatever, how much more the ancient world, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they're stuck in their ways, they're stubborn. The most, they do compliment them by saying they're the most loyal, like, whatever. But they're stuck in their ways, and Generation Z is the smartest. I said, man, get this bullshit out of here, man.
Hey, that's why it's a super blessing to see that brother that be coming out here, Roger.
Huh.
He young as hell.
Yeah.
He able to see through the fog out here. That's deep, bro.
You get a sprinkle in each generation. Like it just every generation is only a tiny bit each generation, and it get less and less.
Yeah.
You know.
So and that's and the reason why it's like that because the devil is ruling over us.
Right.
You know, like you can't progress in a society without keeping the laws, statutes, and the commandments, right, of the Heavenly Father. And this kingdom is basically the example. You know, Sodom and Gomorrah, how like Scripture says, Sodom and Gomorrah was an example of what not to do. Now this kingdom is gonna be an example of what not to do. You know,
That's right.
Got one. This Sirach 31, verse 25. It says, "Show not thy valiantness in wine, for wine have destroyed many. The furnace proveth the edge by dipping, so doeth wine the hearts of the proud by drunkenness. Wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunken moderately. What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad. Wine measurably drunk and in season bringeth gladness of the heart."
It said measurably drunk and in season, the right time. Bring gladness to the heart. Can you read it? That part again?
Wine measurably drunk and in season bringeth gladness of the heart and cheerfulness of the mind. But wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of the mind, with brawling and quarreling. And quarreling means to start shit, basically. Drunkenness.
You got a bitter person who already bitter, but he want to keep in getting drunk all the time. You making yourself even more bitter.
It's a different type of inebriation as well too. A different type of drunk, like you said, it's made to make the heart glad. And also when you sipping the wine, like you can tell when it's time, like you know,
put it down.
Yeah, you can tell. Like with that other hard shit, like you don't know until it hits you. You know, with that wine, you get earthy, you get real, happy.
Cheese and
Yeah, and then you like, okay, like, all right, you can feel it creeping up.
right,
You
feel
know
it,
when
right.
to cut it off.
Yeah.
And it says something at the top about valiantness.
Yeah, it says, "Show not thy valiantness in wine, for wine have destroyed many."
Hey, the word valiant means what? Hold on. It means possessing or showing courage or determination. So don't be trying to, you shouldn't, some of you guys out there, you turn valiant when you drunk, man. Like we was talking about earlier, liquid courage. You a tough guy now.
Darn.
You talking crazy now. Double dog dare you now. The scriptures say don't do that. You know?
I feel like you can beat up Mike Tyson or some shit.
He 50 years old now.
Still beat the brakes off your way. He still got it too. That's it on that?
It's a little more.
Okay.
It says, "Drunkenness increases the rage of a fool till he offend. It diminishes strength and maketh wounds. Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him with urging him to drink." That's it.
You can break it down if you want, huh?
Yeah, so it's all about moderation. Wine in due time, at the right times, is good. That's what it's there for. But too much of it can destroy you. You got to balance that with the pleasures, of life, the things that make you happy. especially things you intake or inside of you. You can't give your body over to just pleasures, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll destroy you ultimately. Or it'll distract you from the goal, anything like that. You gotta have that balance. I don't know if y'all saw that little clip. I don't know who it was. It was an Edomite, but he was in the old days where he was talking about self-discipline, something like that.
He said though, he started talking about the women. No, he said the Edomite.
Where he was like self-discipline is like real hard, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you saw it, but
I think I did.
Yeah. Was it like black and white?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, he was, he pretty much was saying like, you gotta find that balance, you know what I'm saying? And even though everything he was saying was smart, it's really just from the scriptures anyway. He said one of the hardest things, well, he said sex is the hardest thing to keep your control over.
Yeah, like a man that can control his sexual desires.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's how you pretty much, advance. Like you just gotta imagine, like if the wine isn't, if the wine is interfering with your, you could say, life, like you could be doing more, but the wine is interfering, and that's when you gotta kind of cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Or refrain from it less. But if you got it down and you ain't making no trouble, that's fine. It's only if you see this is interfering like with the scriptures, interfering with your life, you're like an alcoholic around your family, you know what I'm saying? You're causing problems, and that's the source. If that's the source, you gotta work that out.
One thing can curb that fleshly desire. Get you a mediocre looking woman. You ain't want to deal with her all the time, go there. Get you a mediocre joint. You ain't gonna be pressed like that.
That's right. The biggest way to fix that issue, man, is pray to the Most High about it. If you got alcoholic tendencies, man. That's it on.
I had one.
Okay.
I got one more too.
Then I stepped up. All right. It says this Deuteronomy 14 and 23. It says, "Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of